So what lies in store for these teams this season? The talking's done. We're about to find out. It's week 1, and off we go on EA Sports. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
19, Tiger, Buffalo 18.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's going to air one out right away. That's hard. That long one's going to bring them 1st and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Could we see the first touchdown of the new season? It's 1st and goal. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Another one from the 5, 2nd down and goal.
Let's go. Go.
On the ground, here's Bigsby. And he got half of what he needed from the 6 to the 3. Big play coming up, 3rd and goal.
70 Timberwolf. Trap alert.
They'll run with Bigsby. And he's going nowhere on this one. Met and dropped behind the line. And now it is 4th and goal.
70 Lions.
And now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. On 4th down, here's Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal try. Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Cowboys are out to an early 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. Daniels starts with a pass. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
They'll run right here with Bigsby. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down. In motion, Lamb. He'll drop to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. And room to operate as he takes it down to the 2. They'll run with Bigsby. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Hank Bigsby. Touchdown, Dallas. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Cowboys are out to a 10-0 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. To throw is Daniels on first. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Daniels to throw on second down. This is caught down that right sideline. And it'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the receiver and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
On first and 10, here's Daniels. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
On first down, Daniels. Hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete. Trying to set up that screen, but the rush got there too quickly.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their second sack, and we're still here in the first quarter.
On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Commanders' 15-yard line. A big play there for Washington. 31 yards.
I think it's clear this is something this offense wants to major in, the ability to run the ball effectively against this defense. And after that big gain, you have to imagine they're going to come back to it and dare them to stop it.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. He gets it to Samuel, left side.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And he will get into the end zone. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, Washington.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
The offense staying put. They will go for 2. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. The offense will stay out there as they will line up and go for 2. Throwing is Daniel. That'll work. He'll get in for the 2-point conversion. And the deficit is cut down to just 2. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, it is Bigsby to start this drive. Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Bigsby. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Bigsby. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? In motion, Lamb. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This will be intercepted by Marshawn Lattimore. And he gonna score! A pick six for the touchdown. Well, they just tried a very short throw, and instead, the defense takes it back the other way, and they come up with a big play, scoring the touchdown.
Mike, for how fast he jumped that route, it almost seems like he was in the huddle and ran the route for the quarterback. I mean, he was there before the receiver, and as you said, there was nothing left to do but take it all the way back the other way.
Makes the score. Commanders 15, Cowboys 10. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
19 Lions. Go.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think all of us up here in the booth were curious, how is this quarterback going to bounce back following the pick six? And a lot of guys come back and they're very conservative and they just want to dink and dunk because they're scared to throw another pick. Well, we found out pretty quickly. Not this guy. He's going to continue to attack the ball downfield, and he's looking to make big plays any chance he gets.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now, faking the give. This will be intercepted by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to get it back here just past the 35.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
Ready.
1st and 10 now from the 36. His drive will start on the ground. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack, and it's clear why.
They'll stay on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. Play action. Here's Daniels. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. They'll pick up 23 on that one. 1st down, Washington.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
They'll go big, 3 tight ends in the formation for first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Commanders. And that's a football to hold on to forever. His first NFL touchdown in his very first NFL game. Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Commanders add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 4-yard line.
Panther 60, Panther 70.
They're going to start this on the ground with Bigsby. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a second down and 8.
At the 6-yard line.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Now they'll set up to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
Set to go now on first and 10.
70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Ready, ready.
Back to throw. Going right sideline and complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
First down 10 at the 41-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Mustang 19. Let's go now.
They'll look to throw. Open man downfield. It's CeeDee Lamb. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Drop low 80.
Now some movement up front. Flags down. Mistake-filled first half continues.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Take go.
He'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Mikey Sainristil.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and say there's ever a good time to throw a red zone interception, but in this case, it's the first half. You have the rest of the game to get yourself back down here in the red zone and make up for that miscue, because next time they get down here, they got to be a lot more careful when they decide to air it out.
On the ready. 18, Pioneer.
Daniels now on first down. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. And this will gain a couple of yards up to the 22-yard line. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. Out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught by Lamb. And he's going to be out of bounds down near the 25. That one good for 26 yards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Now pass deep from McLaurin.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Now a timeout here by Washington. That is their 2nd as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes.
Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. Picked off by Deron Bland. And the Cowboys are going to get the football at their own 23.
So the first part of any interception is just end up with the ball in your hands, right? That's what every defensive coordinator wants. But anytime you can get yards on the return, that's just an added bonus. And that's what we see here. There's a little space, does a great job securing the catch, and all of those yards just set up for better field position as their offense takes the field.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll let one go down the middle. That is brought in. And a critical tackle there. They're getting close to scoring. Instead, they get nothing. Time has run out. This first half has come to an end.
Cowboys 10.
All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The third quarter begins with a run. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll stick with him again. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down. From the shotgun on third down, Daniels.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one complete right side. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He'll drop to throw.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
Let's go. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. 18 Pioneer. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the left side, caught by Lamb. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. Cup 19, Cup 19. Warrior 70. Take go.
And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
In motion, Lamb. They'll look to throw yet again. He'll get this complete. It's Lamb again. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Set.
Back to the air one more time. This one is pulled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Touchdown, Cowboys. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His 1st NFL touchdown. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin here on the ground. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on 2nd down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to 3rd. Now you take that sack, and it's going to take a miracle to stay on the field.
Third and long, and here's Daniels. Over the middle, he's got McLaurin. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act. Here it. The offense is out there, 4th and inches.
Here we go, set. 79 Broncos. Pass to 11, pass to 11.
They'll indeed go. It's Daniels. And it's going to be a Commander's 1st down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Here's 2nd and 6. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Here's a run. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Move back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Washington. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Short kick taken just inside the 20. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now, faking the give. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll let this go deep for Tolbert. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Mikey Sandrestill. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
A handoff as they try to run it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and the running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks.
They'll go. Here's Daniels. And that is not going to work. Incomplete. And they turn it over on downs.
You know, more often than not in the NFL, games are won based on who wins critical downs. Well, that 4th down attempt right there was exactly that. And this defense came up huge for a big-time 4th down stop.
Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, check that, street.
Now they'll set up to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
They'll look to throw again. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
He'll look to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and through. The Cowboys have cut the deficit to 5. With 1 timeout remaining, all they can really do here is try to recover an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here, an onside kick, not much of a chance.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a give on the ground, and he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Here we go. 1 final play. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. So, a win here on the road for the Commanders. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.